Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Joe D. Hey, man, we're here bringing you a beer gadget kind of review. Not a beer review, but a beer gadget review. Um, I was sent uh, this, I don't know what you call a device, maybe, this opener um, from these people. It's an all-American company. Okay, and they just asked, if I could post something on my thoughts with it. And of course, I told them I'd give my honest opinion about it. Okay, so what it is here you can see my keys. All right, and there it is. That's the snake bite right there. This is all them. This is what they make. They have three different color choices here. You've got let me see here. I want to make sure that I get the color names right. I don't want to be telling you wrong, because I think this one is brown. Oops. But I don't want to, let me see here. In any case, let me go back. You've got like a brown, black, and then what looks like a beige or something. Okay. Sorry, I didn't have the exact color names, but it's oh, hey Mark, how you doing? Oh, okay, well he's not there right now. But in any case, it's an all-American product, okay, and it's gonna run you about, I want to say, what was it, $25? Jeez, boy, it looks like I didn't even look this up. I just looked it up. I just looked all this stuff up. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna run you. Well, it's $22, and then they give you what you'll get is this snake bite will come in a little pouch. So it comes with this pouch, this cards inside of it. There's their website right there. You can go to snakebiteco.com and check it out. And then it's just, I mean, it's a bottle opener, okay? So it ain't like rocket science. So it just comes with basic instructions here, okay? Their big thing is it's made in America, okay? It's made in good old US of A. So, and it's it is really good quality, I'll give it that. These, what look like snake fangs, right, are pretty damn sharp, man. So be careful when you're handling this thing. But it comes, it self-folds into this little pouch, and it's on your keychain all the time. Here you can see another bottle opener I've had for 25 years. I'm not even joking. That bottle opener has been on my keychain for 25 years. But you can see this is just my regular traditional bottle opener, and it doesn't do much else than open bottles, right? I mean, that's all it'll do. This one here will like vent your can or something, and they show, and I'll show you here in a second. I'll share the screen and show you in a second, but you can vent the can a little better. They have GIFs and video to show you how a vented can pours better. So I have one example here of a product that you can pick up for, I don't know, what do they run these days, maybe 50 cents or $1. Okay, and I have a premium of that cost me 60, yeah, about $60. This is my Zycar lighter, okay, and I paid big dollars for this thing to light my cigars, right? It uses a particular Zycar fuel, which is cleaner and everything. So to me, it's one of those premium type things. Yeah, you can buy a bottle opener that's like this, and they cost you 50 cents, and they have them in a bowl at the counter at the liquor store, right? Or you can get something like this that you know is made in America. It's taken, it's with a lot of care. The leather on here is really nice. It's thick, um, and it's more of a premium type product. Something that you are going to keep with you on your keychain, and it's kind of cool to whip it out. And other than that, yeah, I can't really. I'm not trying to sell you on a snake bite. It's for a particular type of person. For everybody. I don't think everybody's going to be willing to spend $22, and that's going to be the barrier for a lot of people. Hey, Mark.
Hey, I'll take 10.
Am I? Is my? Uh-oh. I might have my audio all jacked up here.
I hear you.
You hear me? Okay.
Oh
Okay.
yeah,
Good.
you're fine.
All right. And so, in any case, let me share the screen real quick because I want to show you some of their information and some pictures of the product here. So here's the snake bite. When you order it, this is what you're going to get. For $22, you can see the brown here. That's the one that I just showed you, and then you're going to get this little pouch, and then this card. This is both sides of that one card that you're going to get in there, and that's for $22. Now here is a better look at it. You can see how the forks come out, and I mean they're sharp, man. I mean you could hurt somebody with that bad boy. I mean, this is what it looks like, hanging on your keychain. Um, and this one's a little weathered, so you can actually see it getting beat up a little bit, which is good. Um, and then they do have, they have the natural, I guess that's that light one. And then you have the black and the brown. The brown is the one I got. You can order a kit, which will come for $42. You'll get what you just saw, plus you'll get a T-shirt, which they say is also made in America, and then a beer koozie, and a couple of these buttons. So, and it was a Kickstarter. This is the Kickstarter page. When they contacted me via email, they told me that it's got 711 backers, so it was funded a long time ago. So they said it was like 400% funded. So the Kickstarter's no longer going, but it's a real functional company now. You can just order, direct. So if you're the type that's into a little bit more of a premium type of product and you'd like something a little nicer in your pocket to, whip out at a campfire or just anywhere, this might be for you. It's So let's see it opening a beer here. I've got a beer that I keep meaning to review, and I haven't I haven't reviewed this beer, but I'm just gonna do it right here and tell you that this beer is pretty damn good. I've already knocked back. I bought the 6-pack yesterday, day
Oh,
before yesterday, and this is the last
the
beer.
last one. Uh-oh.
No, I still have one more. I have one more.
Okay.
But this is from Four Peaks Brewery. It's a local brewery, of course, and 8th Street Pale Ale. It's 4.9%. I've got, what looks like a dirty glass here, but it's good to go. So here you go, man. You can see what that looks like on your cap. And if you're a cap saver like I used to be, I'll get back to that in the future. Right now, I'm not. This ain't gonna be for you, man, for opening caps. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna want something more like this, or one of the ones that goes over the whole thing, so it just pops it right off. You're gonna want something else. This ain't gonna be for you because you're gonna see the damage it does to the cap. It rips them right off. So there you go. See? No smoke, bro. Dude. Okay, so I'm not gonna go through the whole beer pouring and everything because we all know what that looks like. But I would like to show you on a premium adult
Oh
beverage
man.
here what a vented can do for you. Now
This
here's the
hangout brought to you by Lemonade Arita.
exactly. Now this cap, you can see how destroyed that got. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like it's
yeah.
not. you're not going to save this bad boy. And as a
No.
matter of fact, just that quick little rip in from the backside, you can kind of see it actually punctured through the cap.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yep.
just that it's that sharp. They are really sharp. Okay, so I'm gonna crack this premium beverage, and I will pour this eventually. Okay, I'm gonna crack it. All right, now we've got it's just it's not vented now. Now we're gonna try to vent this thing here. So I'm trying to do that and not pour this all over my computer. All right. So the way they show it in their video is they just pour it straight up, and
Oh, cool.
look how smooth that's pouring, man.
No bubbling.
I mean, it's not the head's not going crazy. It just helps you pour that much better, that much smoother. Um, so that's just to show you right out of there. Another use they have for it is I've got this cap on here really tight. So if you've got a really tight cap, you can put it on there like this here, see?
Mm-hmm.
And then just open it right up because it's so sharp it gets a grip on that cap and just opens it right up. So you can do something like that. Let me go back to the share screen and then show you one of their. Did it do it? There it goes. Oops. We're going into Affinity now. There we go.
Whoa.
So it's going to show you. Let me go back to their original page there, the home page, and then let me go one over. Let me hide that. There it is. No, one more. Yeah, so this is their pour test. So you can see how it's pouring. You might not be able to hear it. Maybe through my microphone you can, but you'll be able to see the difference in the pour.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
So you can see how the one on the left is just all foam.
Yep.
And
It's
then
not getting enough air.
right, it's not getting enough air. So you can see how sloppy the pour was, but the one on the right, of course, it's vented. It's pouring better. So that's one of their big selling points too. So if you look at it that way, and it's just a quick 45-second clip, but if you look at it that way, then it's kind of worth it. So if you you want to have a premium type bottle opener, then this might be for you. If you're not that type of guy, then it's probably not for, or person rather, then it's probably not for you. But
If you're
like
not 99 cents at Target, does
yeah,
the job.
now see
But not
that
as good as the snake bite, though.
yeah, well, yeah, and that's the thing. Like, show that one you've got, Mark, because
100% Chinese plastic.
right now. But on the other hand, look how big that traditional opener is. Like, so if you were to vent it, you could vent it.
Plus, if I wanted to go pinky out, I've got the corkscrew.
Got the corkscrew, yeah.
I'm ready.
But see, the one with the single fork like that, and that's a good example because these are kind of real small, narrow forks. So, with that one with the big one, how many times have you used that and then accidentally vented it a little too much? You went a little too big, so you got your hole too. This makes nice little puncture marks there. Let me go back to me here on the screen. This has nice little puncture marks here on this, so it's very manageable, and that's as far as you can go. It's very sharp. Now, something that another person pointed out in, I think the last share beer, wasn't it? Because I did also mention, I did the open box on the last share beer, so I don't know, what was that, Mark?
311,
311, something like that, yeah.
Who's counting anymore?
But the last share beer, I did the open box. So, but one thing he pointed out was some guys like to preserve the can, and he said this might be good to, and I'm going to go ahead and try this because he mentioned it, and so.
Oh, it's Bum. Bum did that, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to try this because he said that they like to preserve cans, and when you're a can collector, you don't want to open the top. So, and that just seems like a messy thing to do, right? But he mentioned it, so we're going to try it right here.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know how you would get that done, and maybe, yeah, yeah, no, it's pretty. The bottom's pretty damn thick. Maybe on a bigger can, since this is so small.
Yeah, you need a can with a ridge on the bottom.
Yeah, some sort of,
Like
yeah,
an
a little
old
more of a,
school like 1970s tin can beer can thing.
yeah. So I couldn't quite get that done, and then you can imagine it's going to be even a little more harder to do when it's pressurized.
Hmm.
So, um, but that's the product right there. It seems pretty cool to me. Not for everybody, I got to admit, especially at that price point. But they do have some retailers. Let me see. What's their
Selling them at like craft beer stores and stuff.
probably? Yeah, they do have some retailers here in Phoenix. They've got one. Yeah, it looks like a little, yeah, like a little boutique or party place or something.
Hmm.
Herb Anna, I guess, is selling them on there. I don't know if they have a store. Well, they must have a store if they're located in Phoenix, I assume. I'm just
Hmm.
still not sure. They are on Instagram and they are on Twitter. So, and they're at snakebite.co.usa on both. So you can check them out that way as well. But that'll pretty much conclude the review here. I've got a few drinks to drink now.
Yeah, gotta get busy.
But I mean, I'm kind of one of those guys. I bought this cigar lighter because it burns a particular way. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It burns clean. Doesn't I do have many Zippo lighters as well. I have plain old, the real tiny little Bic lighters as well. And they all have a different purpose. But when I'm kicking back, I want a good light. I whip out my Zycar. You know what I'm saying? And that's and this thing is ridiculously priced, but they back it up. They have a warranty and the whole nine. And I'm sure if something were to happen to your snake bite, they would back it up as well. I didn't
Yeah.
see anything about that, but I'm sure you contact them. I'm sure they'll make you happy one way or another. But that's the comparison. You've seen three of your traditional openers. Well, two of them at least. Mark had one. I had this one.
Yeah.
Um, but what I like about it is it folds into itself. This leather is really high quality. It
Yeah, it
is.
looks like it's pretty good thick leather. I mean,
It
it's not
is.
like
It's
cheap leather stuff.
the only problem that I can see that I'm having with it right now is this is so sharp that as it's going in and out, it's gonna eventually rip through this
Oh,
leather.
okay. It catches on the edge of the.
Yeah, because I want to show you the inside of this leather. So that's one flaw in this thing, and I'm sure they know about it because you can't use this thing without. All of a sudden, you start noticing like, what's all this junk everywhere? Well, it's the leather. Every time
Yeah.
you slide it in and out, so
Hmm.
every time you slide it out, you're gonna get little pieces of stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just
Yeah.
the leather. So and then as you wear on it, so I don't know if that's just since it's new. I don't know if maybe once it gets some wear on it, if the leather will stretch and kind of but or I
Mm.
don't know if it gets wet, it shrinks. I think you're screwed if it shrinks. If this
Yeah.
thing shrinks, you're done. Because this will eat through the leather every single time. Every single time it swipes through, that's a kind of a big design flaw, and especially for that kind of money, it'll be hard to tell in my camera the wear that's happening there, but you can kind of see it right there. See that line?
Yeah. There's a couple little.
So, and it's new. This is some thick leather, but that's the big problem that I see with it. If you are willing to drop the 22 on it, $22 that is on this, that's a concern right there that
Hmm.
I can see. So, um, but other than that, man, it's all good till that happens.
Oh, you'll go through opening up so many good beers before that happens. I mean, by the time
Yeah,
you get, by the time you open up all those beers in your other oyster, you'll be like, whatever.
yeah. Now see, they show a lot of examples being at the campfire, cracking beers open with buddies. Now the problem with that is, now that I'm thinking about it a little more, is that let's say you got your fancy opener, so maybe you're the only one that brought your opener, whatever the case may be. That's happened to me before too.
Mm-hmm.
Or the opener's at the pickup, and you guys are at the campfire with your beers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I ain't going all the way over there. You know what I'm saying? So you might be the one cracking beers open. Well, before you know it, your damn snake bite's all wet
Yeah.
because you're the one cracking the beers open out of the ice chest, right? Wet hands and whatnot. Next thing you know, your leather shrinks and
Man, we hate when our leather shrinks. Oh, geez. It's not good.
yeah, any device that has built-in shrinkage, man, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But if it does start shrinking and then you start going in and out with your snake bite, it's cutting on itself, So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's one problem that I can see. But
Yeah. It's cool that they did the Kickstarter and funded it and got it going and out there. I mean
yeah,
that's the whole point of the Kickstarter thing. So
yeah,
props to them for doing that. That's cool.
it is pretty cool. I guess I'm gonna have to drink this out of the bottle. It's all. Mm. And by the way, man, if you're in Phoenix, anybody in Phoenix, man, this is a solid session beer. I'm telling you right now, it is just so tasty. It's got a nice hoppiness, but it's not too strong at all. It's real like subtle, not too earthy, not too anything, but still got lots of flavor. You know what I'm saying? Mm. And it's just really smooth. It ain't gonna crush you as far as alcohol. It's only 4.9%.
Wow.
I don't know what the IBUs are, but I mean, because I didn't research this beer for a review or anything. I'm just kind of telling you off the top of my head right here. But it's a solid beer.
Oh, I mean, any good tasting pale ale at under 5% is, I mean, yeah, that's the kind of stuff you sit back in the yard, or when it's 128 degrees or whatever it gets to be in Phoenix there in July. You can sit out there on the
July, hell,
porch.
it's gonna be 150 here next month. It was 97
Better stock
today.
up. Better stock up.
It was 97 today. People talk about the heat, like Alaskans. I've been watching a lot of those Alaskan shows lately. The Buying Alaska and all. It seems like Discovery Channel has turned into the Alaska Channel lately.
Yeah, they have. All their shows are all based on Alaska now.
Everything's and all they talk about in Alaska seems like is the cold. Ooh, when the cold comes, it sounds just like that here. When the heat comes.
Yep.
It's the same thing here. When the heat comes, ooh, we had to turn on our air conditioner already. Whew, it's already getting warm. Boy, that heat's coming.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd imagine like mid end of October through beginning of March or mid March there is probably really nice. And then it starts.
Oh, it has been incredible. Even today it was 97, but it didn't feel like it. Not to me.
Yeah.
It felt amazing. It was just the slightest. I mean, tiny breeze. It was a little breeze, but it was just the slightest little breeze. It was just enough. I did my walk this morning. I seen you did some good miles today too. I mean, it was just perfect. And then afterwards, man, you got your snake bite, and you just it helps you crack open them beers since you burned a lot of calories.
Gotta rehydrate. You gotta rehydrate.
You gotta rehydrate, man. So I'm gonna stop the recording. We can talk afterwards.